I was in this place and it was like a place of nothingness. There's not actually any words to describe where I went, but it was a place of complete nothing.
Kirsty Salisbury was 12 years old when she flatlined during emergency brain surgery.
I was in this beautiful, bright white light, and there were beings around me. And they didn't have any features, but they were welcoming and they were cheering and clapping and they were happy that I was there.
Since CPR was invented in 1960, reviving people who previously would have died, millions of people have reported near-death experiences. Scientists believe they were hallucinations.
It is not hallucination and it is not possible.
Until now.
Incredibly, we were able to show up to an hour after they were being revived the emergence of signs of lucid consciousness. For the first time, we're able to validate the many millions of people's reports of having been lucid and having conscious memories forming when they were actually in that stage. And instead of thinking of this as a hallucination, as a trick of the dying brain, we've come to realize that this is a real experience that emerges with death.
Patients' experiences are remarkably similar. Bright lights, a godlike presence, seeing themselves from above, and, incredibly, the ability to recall and reevaluate everything they've ever done.
None of us can ordinarily remember more than a small, tiny fraction of our lives. Yet in this state, somehow their consciousness becomes enormous. They almost take on a prism where they evaluate things only from the perspective of morality and ethics. How did I conduct myself in this specific instance? What should I have done better?
It's a second turn at life, a chance to figure out what you could do differently.
Sometimes on the anniversary of when I went into the coma and had the surgery, I think that's like my second birthday, I feel extremely lucky because I've come back feeling like life is full of purpose. There's so much good stuff here, there's so much we need to do.
People come out of it learning and changing their ways. They're transformed. They develop a greater sense of meaning and purpose to life. That is one of the things that has impacted me, where I now think very much more clearly about what I do, what I say, recognizing that it may well come back to me later, and I wouldn't want to be embarrassed at what I may have done. And I think if everyone takes that message home, I think it will be very helpful to them and, of course, helpful to everybody else in society.
Amazing story, eh? And so the breakthrough seems to be that now no one disagrees that people have near-death experiences, and so many people report the exact same things that people now seem to agree that it is a uniform experience in many ways. I guess the disagreement comes over whether it's something natural that your brain is doing or something supernatural that we don't really understand.
I think that's in a nutshell, and we don't really understand it. And I think people kind of gather things to, like, comfort them, you know. I think something happens. I don't think there's nothing. I don't think it's a whole godlike thing. I don't think it's even with a tambourine, which is weird. But, you know, I think something happens, but I just don't know what it is.
Yeah.
I think, too, the actual process of having a near-death experience would make you, if coming back from it would make you feel so different because you've got your life back. So you get that second chance, regardless of whether you've seen a ghostly tambourine or not.
I just can't wait to find out.
Not sure I'm with you on that one, Jeremy.